Tommy's gonna taste the gin so that you don't have to. Let's just save your money, yeah, that's what Tommy wants. Minimal dilution, cause we wanna taste the gins. But if the gins are bad, then we will throw them in the bin. Now let's hand it over to Tommy, who is gonna taste. He's gonna get all rowdy and shout up the place.
Hello and welcome back to Tommy Tastes, the channel where I taste the gin so that you don't have to. And today, as every day, we're gonna be drinking that gin neat. So here we go, it's on with Skin Gin. The gin that gets under your skin. In a good way, a bad way, God only knows at this point. Safe to say, pretty unique bottle. I'm guessing this is not an actual reptilian skin, but it does kind of feel like it. And I think the bottle is pretty fucking cool, if I'm being honest. Do cool bottles necessarily mean cool gins? Well, one of the things to say is that this gin does boast, and I quote from the side of the bottle here, that it is both, or should I say thrice, unique, extraordinary, and mind-blowing. That is the claim of what Skin Gin is going to bring to your life. It will make you more of a unique person, probably a hipster, probably a wanker. You'll be extraordinary in the way that no one ever thought you could be, and you'll be mind-blowing. Yeah, you're going to be like the fucking Steve Jobs of the gin world after drinking this shit.
Yeah, so basically I have this business whereby I resurrect the beauty of old pinhole cameras to make new hats.
Where do I begin? This comes from Hamburg. So we've done quite a lot of German gins, not surprisingly given that I live in Germany. But you can get this gin in the UK. For a 500ml bottle, it is pricey. So this comes in around £40 to £50, making it around the 60 to 70 mark for a normal 700ml full-size bottle. So pretty fucking expensive. This has a mere 7 botanicals in this gin. The gin botanicals that it has are mint! Yes, this gin is screaming with mint! Because mint is so unique, as we all know.
I organise a fruitarian dubstep night in order to shame vegans for eating things with a root.
The thing is, in being unique, you run the risk of being uniquely shit. After all, wasn't Pol Pot unique? He wasn't good, you know, he didn't cure cancer or anything, but he was unique in the sense that he went about year 0 in Cambodia. So is Skin Gin more unique in the sense that, oh my god, it's mind-blowingly Einstein-y good? Or is it fucking Pol Pot? We better taste and see. Mint is what makes this gin really unique. In addition to that, there are 6 other botanicals, which include... I'm not even going to bother listing them because the mint is so strong in this gin that you may as well have nothing else. Yeah, there's some citrus. There is also juniper because it's a fucking gin, and coriander because it's a fucking gin. But most of all, the mint is really what takes centre stage in this gin. So I hope you like mint, because if you do, you're in for a unique and mind-blowing experience that can only be described as extraordinary once you've tasted all the mint that's in this gin.
We're hosting a brunch at this Gurdwara tomorrow to raise awareness of that thing that happened in Sri Lanka at some time.
Now, I'm fairly certain that you're bored of me screaming mint, but get ready for it because there is so much of the fucking herb in this that it's gonna blow your mind with just how many times I can say the word mint in this video. Let's crack on and taste.
Coming soon, look out for Colgate Gin, the only gin to contain fluoride that cleans your teeth and means that you're controlled by the government.
So here I have a uniquely poured out measure of Skin Gin, which I'm sure is going to be mind-blowing for me and both you, the viewer.
Yeah, I write beat poetry to highlight the abuse of Julian Assange as well as the global earthworm population.
Let's crack on and get our nose in the glass.
Yep, plenty of notes of fluoride here, just interacting with that nice 5G signal.
What I can taste there is an awful lot of, we're going to stop saying it because otherwise I think I'm going to lose my voice, mint. Yeah, Moroccan mint. You go through Skin Gin's website or any website selling Skin Gin, and the first thing you will read is mint. Mint, mint, mint. It recites this like it's a fucking mantra and you're being indoctrinated into a cult. So, I hope you like mint because this smells like mint. Does it smell like anything else? No, it doesn't smell like anything else. Just fucking mint. All I get off this is mint. Maybe there's a waft of citrus or something in there because it has 4 different types of citrus. Grapefruit, lemon, orange, and lime. But I can't isolate any of them. There's just something slightly citrusy in the background. It smells like a shisha when you have, I don't know, melon mint flavour or lemon mint flavour. This is totally the lemon mint flavour. I kind of get this lemony flavour that smells a little bit like toilet cleaner, but really what I'm getting is the mint, and that's because there's so much fucking mint in this gin. Let's taste it. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that the Skin Gin range of toilet cleaner, if you consume it, can also help to cure you of diabetes, as well as COVID-19. Hey, guess what? This gin tastes uniquely of mint. Who would have thought that, given the nose that this gin had? It has something maybe a little citrusy in there, but you know what? It mainly tastes like the aromatics of, mint. That's because the mint in here is fucking huge. And you know what? It doesn't have a sustainer in it. There's no orris root or something like angelica root. These work like an egg does in a cake by binding all the ingredients together. Because there's nothing in this, all I taste is mint. It's like a mint schnapps. There's nothing that distinguishes it as a gin. No juniper, no coriander. Yeah, there's that little citrusy note, but that's because there's 4 different types of citrus in there. So if I didn't taste the citrus, I'd be fucking shocked. This just tastes like mint. It's a fucking mint schnapps. I use my OnlyFans account to reenact major battle scenes from the first Gulf War using Beanie Babies. Let's see if the ice helps to bring out any of the other flavours in there, because I'm at the end of my fucking tether with this uniquely mind-blowing gin, which has mind-blown me into fuck. Lone ice cube in the glass. No clouding, so we've got a chill filtered gin. Let's have a taste. Don't forget that if you aren't able to buy actual toilet cleaner, you can just use Skin Gin. That's where it belongs, down your toilet. The good news is that the ice has somewhat saved this. It does make it a little clearer now that it is a gin. It's toned down the mint, which it needed to do, because in its true form, it was just this hipstery thing whereby a hipster with a beard had chosen to open a cafe where it served every fucking dish with mint syrup because it was unique and no one had done it before, failing to realise that not every dish needed to come with a mint syrup. Mint's on the fucking menu, but why the fuck should it have to be? Ugh. Right, there's a little bit of citrus, there is a little bit of like junipery, aniseedy spice in there as well. It's largely fine. I'm going to just put a splash of water in this, and I think what will happen is that we'll mainly just see it be slightly less minty and maybe a little more ginny. Cheers. And here's another Tommy's Degs top tip: don't buy this gin. The good news is it's much better with the dilution, mainly because the mint flavour is beginning to vanish. The bad news is it leaves a slightly generic-y gin flavour in there. So doesn't really withstand the dilution. It is 42%, so it is relatively high, certainly higher than most cheap gins. But again, it doesn't remind you that much of a gin. So the flavours that I'm getting are not overly ginny. I still get this long finish, albeit clean, that it's minty. Not like a mouthwash or something like that. I mean, it's way better and it incorporates the alcohol very nicely. And I think a gin should be better than drinking a mouthwash, so fucking Kel Surprise there. But it's just not what anyone surely wants. You're gonna have to drink this gin diluted and possibly as a cocktail, but fucking hell, why bother? Just buy some mint schnapps. In Germany, there's something called Berliner Luft, literally like Berlin air, which is just some sweet peppermint liqueur, and that's a really big thing, like peppermint schnapps in Germany. So just get yourself a fucking peppermint schnapps. It's like 10 euros a bottle. For 50 quid, this can fuck right off. And that brings us to the end of Skin Gin. It has been a while since we've had an absolute stinker on this channel, but this fucking stinks. It stinks like mint, and I am someone who likes mint, but you haven't understood that a gin is all about balance, fragrance, and not overly dominating notes to come out. You need to recognise that you're drinking a gin and not just a fucking schnapps. This gin, yes, Overlord Martin Jensen, the despot of skin gin, who claimed that this gin will get under my skin. You're fucking right, it did, but in all the wrong ways. Whatever you do, if you have £45 or more in cash, make sure that skin gin is something that you are never buying. You will have a pretty bottle, but that is all that there is here. I think this would be better used for baking if you wanted to do, I don't know, after-eight exploding brownies or something like that, which sounds lush, and it's a way better use for skin gin than putting it in any cocktail or gin and tonic. This is really, really bad. It's rare that I get gins that make me angry, but this one has made me angry. It has both blown my mind, made me extraordinarily angry, and is uniquely shit. I work for an NGO that helps Sudanese pansexual refugees get jobs as baristas.
Yeah, like and subscribe, girl.
Like and subscribe. What? Like and subscribe. Work it out.